Hello, my name is Martyr, and this is Let's Play The Detail, and thank you for watching. The Detail is a dark, gritty, point-and-click adventure-style game, guys. You know, obvious points of comparison are like, The Walking Dead, Wolf Among Us, and, other great point-and-click games. It released on Steam October 2014, and it was developed and published by Rival Games. You can go ahead and get The Detail on Steam right now for $5.99. Now, before we continue along, there's a couple of things that we need to know. It is very important to note that this is an episodic adventure-style game, guys. So that price that you heard kind of reflects how much each episode costs. There is currently no way to buy all the episodes at once. You kind of need to buy them one at a time as they are developed and released. So it's an important thing to keep in mind. Another thing to note here is the themes. The game is, rather dark and deals with very adult subject matter. So, if you're not into that kind of thing, you may not like this game as much. It's a noir style game, guys. In the game, you play Reggie Moore, who's kind of like this old, loose cannon of a cop who, is tired and old and is too old for this shit. That kind of character. And you basically are playing the first game where there's a murder, and you kind of have to figure out, of course, why that happened. But you're not just playing just Reggie in this game, you're actually playing two characters. The second character is kind of this guy who was a gang member, but has, turned a new leaf and got married and had a kid. And you basically play him kind of as a counter story to the cops. You play kind of a crooked bad guy, I guess you could say the best way to describe it. It's a very dark, gritty game. I enjoy the way the themes, the visuals and all that, but there's just a couple things that kind of make me go, huh. So let's get into this game, shall we, guys? Now, one of the things I've already noted is that for some reason or another, I cannot rename myself. So I'll go like here. I've actually tried this several times. It's kind of made me laugh. Martyr, apply. You would become renamed default to Martyr? Yes. Nope. Let's try that again with user 2. Rename user 2 to Martyr. Let's see if this works. What? Nope. Okay. It's just one of those little silly things I kind of noticed when I first started playing the game. I didn't understand why it wouldn't let me rename my character. So now we've explored that. I'm going to be user 2 because I'm going to start a new game off, and we'll show you what everything's like. This is the board. This is kind of like your character profiles. It tells you about all the characters are, who they are, their background, their little information here and there about it. Very indicative of, other, Walking Dead and The Wolf Among Us. Let's check out the options. There is actually a fairly good number of options here that I really enjoyed. You have a lot of audio, visual details here for you to enjoy, little things of the game that you can manipulate, board updates, save prompts, etc., etc., etc. Little things like that. It does really do. There really isn't much of a tutorial, though, I will say. You kind of have to figure out things for yourself, but it's not really that difficult once you kind of get into things and start figuring things out. It just kind of explains itself almost. You kind of just have to figure it out. But yeah, the options are very nice. There's quite a bit of, knobs and buttons to press and change. It's always very nice. So we're going to go ahead and hit new game here, guys. Like I said, this game is very, adult themed, so if you're not looking into that kind of thing, you might want to turn away now. I've been playing the game for about an hour now. The game kind of starts off in this really dope kind of comic book style, basically. There is no voice acting in this game at all, which is, I feel torn about. I feel like not having voice acting did a credit to the game, but also did a disservice at the same time. Especially where it's just certain scenes where you want to feel the emotion behind someone's actions, and reading it not necessarily always portrays that. But this is a quick intro. I really enjoy the visuals, though. The visuals of the game are very well done, and I really enjoyed the intro of this game. I thought, my goodness, this game's gonna be awesome if it's all like this. And you'll see what I mean by all that in a sec here. So that basically kind of like a little introduction to our main character there, and then we kind of start off a little bit not exactly the way you'd expect. It's us driving down the street. Again, very comic book style almost. Adam to dispatch 1097 arrived at the scene 2 items 7, roger that. 1059, sorry. Proceed with the security check. Let's go. Yes, sir. Murray, we are only here to check out a known child molester. Ah! I'm not a world's greatest voice actor, by the way, just to let you know. I love that. Just the way the colors just go red and the music kind of intensifies. That's where you get the option, you have that multiple choice type of thing. Like, originally I decided to pick the lock. This time I'm gonna kick in the door. I'm just gonna kick that door down. What the hell? Doorbusters, sucker! Now he'll know we're coming. Keep your eyes open. That's right. Let's get in there. I will say the game does offer a lot of multiple choice scenarios here. I did not check the corner this time because, again, I'm predicting that I'm trying to change my decisions from the first time I played through it here. Uh-oh, where is this guy? Where is this guy? Uh-oh, there. Oh, he's gone. That was different from the last time I played. Last time he was here. No signs on the suspect. Oh, did he get away? Oh, not good. He's behind you. Oh, shabam, I guess. He got knocked on his ass. Block. Oh, God. Crash! That's something that's seemingly kind of lacking in the game. There's a little bit of sound effects to the game. I'm going to blind him. Yeah, take that, you son of a bitch. Okay, I grab that. Oh, yeah, take that. Last time I went to grab the stick first, and then he stopped me and choked me. But this time I kicked his ass. Are you okay? I'll live. So that battle went a little bit differently than the first time I played through it, that's for sure. This asshole really put up a fight. Patrol will fill you in after being cleared by medical. Yes, I heard. Just stick him into interrogation. Now again, I had multiple choices, so you always can play the game a little bit differently, and that's one of the highlights, one of the cool things about this game, guys. They're not always going to play the exact same way. So like the first time I kind of, brutally tortured him when I first got in here. This time I'm going to do things a little bit differently. I don't even know what you're talking about. Don't play me, motherfucker. We just found you standing over a little girl. Now where are the others? What girl? Seriously, what is this all about? You slimy piece of This is getting us nowhere, Tyron. Let me handle this. We're going to put pressure on him. Look, dipshit, I have 2 officers placing you at the scene. They literally caught you with your dick in your hand. They must have bad eyesight, or maybe they're lying. We're going to intimidate him. We're giving you the chance to come clean. Rape and murder? You're looking at the gas chamber, son. Unless you tell us right now where the third girl has last chance. No, I'm looking at 2 pathetic cops throwing wild accusations without any proof to back them up. Why don't you just give up already? Shouldn't I have a lawyer with me or something? You think so, huh? Pressure. Look here, you fucking slimeball. There's no way in hell this ends well for you. We're going to provoke him. Provoke him! Even you probably figured out by now that you're never going to see the light of day again. Or smell fresh air. Morning air. Yet you've got to look... or smell the fresh morning air, yet you've got things to look forward to. Like getting to know the other guys in the joint. Or they have a real sweet spot for rapists. Fuck you, pigs. Where the hell is my lawyer? We're going to offer a deal. Okay, I'll tell you what. High security. High security prison is your best help. You'll avoid the needle. You might even get a chance for some nice male bonding. Just tell me where the girl is. Pass. I think you can do better than that. I mean, you've got nothing on me. Let's give him a let's leave him a leniency. I'll fucking hate myself in the morning, but I'll cut you a deal if you tell us where the girl is. We'll push for a plea bargain in exchange for your cooperation. Get that right for me and you've got yourself a deal. I'll help you find that little brat. I already had my fun with her anyway. Oh! What a piece of shit. Ugh. Last time I just beat him to death, but then I never found the girl. So I suppose that worked out a little bit better this time. Yeah, you get the kind of idea, that kind of theme, the kind of feel, the kind of the way the game looks, and the graphics, and the kind of comic book styles, how the game kind of works. And of course, this is just a scene where the city's just going to utter shit. The color kind of gets sucked out of things. I really enjoyed this particular aesthetic. I thought it was very well done. As you kind of see the city go into utter chaos and just become, well, just a writhing shithole, pretty much. As far as the game's controls go, it's all pretty much, you can play the game with your mouse. They do say the game has full controller support, and I say that in quotations, because you basically are just manipulating the mouse with your, thumb pads, basically. There's not really much difference in what the game plays, basically. So mostly I'd suggest playing it with your keyboard and mouse. There's really no point in playing with a controller. It's not very well tuned. It's kind of clunky, actually, to be honest with you. But yeah, I guess it technically does work with most controllers. Okay, so what does it say here? Miscarriage of justice, lost girl found, molester given minimal sentence in exchange for plea bargain. Well, at least the girl isn't dead, man. Come on. The government announces new anti-crime initiative. Paramedic taken for a ride. So that was different last time. Last time I beat the crap out of him, he was let go. Who's this fine, foxy lady? Oh my. Hello, you middle-aged woman, you. Now, this is like the bulk of the game takes place. This is where things kind of change up. You're not looking at that comic book aesthetic. It almost looks more like what you would expect from a point-and-click game. What's the matter, Reggie? It's this job, Molly. It gets to me. Hard day at the office, then? Hard year, more like it. How's the back? Worse than the job, and it won't go away at retirement. I could give you a number for this fantastic massage therapist. Oh my. I thought you were my massage therapist. Oh, you know what I mean. Thanks, Molly, but I got it under control. With those pills, you mean? You've been taking those ever since I've known you. They aren't for free either, are they? Look, I've tried that massage stuff. It didn't do anything for me. Can we talk about something else now? All right, Reggie, but you need to buy me that drink now. I'm starting to get the eye stink from Caesar. I'm going to get Caesar's her pimp. Okay. So? Oh, gosh dang, hold on. I'm not going to answer. Last time I answered, screw you, Tyrone. Who was it? Don't worry about it. So anyway, I don't know why the hell I'm out there some nights. Well, the courts just let these guys off the easy anyways. Blech. That's how the system was set up. It's all set up all right. Don't answer! Someone out there must really miss you. Doubt it. They just need someone to yell at again. Now, who wouldn't miss a charmer like you? Blech. You'd be surprised. Tell me about the time you talked to that guy off the ledge, huh? You like the old stories, don't you, Jamal? I love ancient history. Ha 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 ha. Hello, Tyrone. Rich, we really need to get going. Okay, Molly, I might be back later. I'll be right here, Reg. You go get him. You better have some coffee, Ty. Got some in the car. You're a saint. So, as you can tell, like I said, there's branching decisions. Like, for instance, the first time I decided to answer the phone, things played out a bit differently. This time I told him to go screw himself, didn't answer the phone, and he came in anyways. So, more or less, I mean, you do have multiple choices, multiple things that you can do, but for the most part, the story is kind of all heading, towards one direction, as it were. But I'm not sure if it does branch off at any points and maybe change things up. Or I'll check the body in the meantime. So again, this is where the game kind of, takes its point-and-click routes. Detective Moore. Rich, you have the scene yet? Yeah, I just got here. How bad is it? It's a goddamn mess, Kirk. Looks like we're already. The locals are swarming like the place. And of course the press is here, ready to smear it all over the front page. Damn it, last thing the department needs is another PR nightmare. Not now. No shit, guess better get on the job then. Not like I had any other plans anyways. Reggie, listen. We need to call her someone fast. Got a lot of heat coming from the deputy chief on this. Yeah, I hear you. I'll get on it. So again, this is just, where the game kind of gets into that point and click-esque thing. You're more or less, the comic book thing kind of fades, and now you're kind of free to talk to people, to examine things, look at objects. You can also hit like the alt button, and sometimes they'll appear. Looks like we've got quite the crowd here. Tell me about it, sir. Guess the victim is a real big shot, huh? Now he's just a headline. What do you need, detective? To get off this goddamn night shift. It seems like months since I've seen the sun. Sounds good to me, Reg. Anything else? Who's the victim? So who's the stiff? If you're not going to believe it, it's Dmitry Novitsky, a.k.a. Arkani, our favorite honest businessman. He's a mobster, guys. Didn't he sue for saying it when the Inquirer called him that? Yeah, one, too. He was modest that way. Who found it? Some homeless shit. Oh, some homeless fellow got him for public urination. Yeah, real light of the night. Our guy wanted to cut a deal, said he saw some dogs milling around and came to check it out. You checked him? Yeah, he's harmless. Alright. You canvassed the area for eyewitnesses? Anyone around here? Sure did. Came up with nada, though. Some kids run through here at times, but that's about it. Nothing else? Nope. Check in with the coroner, though he might have something. Thanks, Scotch. You still been pulling your ass out of the fire? Really, I just got lucky with that sicko, sir. Don't be modest, Kate. You did good. Really showed everyone you got nuts. Alright, so like I said, you can kind of hold down the shift button and it'll occasionally show you what you can click on, I thought. Where is it? There's a button, I thought. You could hold a button. No, maybe? Maybe not. Okay, maybe not. Alright. So like, yeah, you can click around the screen, basically get an idea of who to talk to. It gives you blurbs about who characters are, like for instance, Nadia Roberts here's always looking for the big scoop to get into the major networks. And these files all, of course, go into the board, where you can find out what characters are, read about them and their backgrounds and all that good kind of stuff. And it's really cool. I have to say I enjoy that aspect. It gives you a lot of background information. The characters are very well detailed in the game. And the story itself is also very well detailed as well. There's lots of... So now that works. What the heck? So as you can see, there's lots of things to click on here. There's a condom over there. Oh, man. This kind of gives you an idea of what to click on. Makes it a little bit easier. I would suggest kind of not playing with this button. I'm just pressing tab, by the way. And the reason for that is it just kind of makes it too easy for you to find the clues and what to look at. Because you just kind of blow through it all really quickly. You can read it all very... And then, it's easier. It makes it more funner, in my opinion, to actually kind of look for stuff, investigate. But, if you're tired of running your mouse over the screen like it was a, hidden item game, there's definitely that option available to you. Satan has you. How charming. So let's go look at the body. That's another thing I have to kind of comment on. Something that kind of drives me a little bit nuts is the rate that the characters walk at is so slow. Just they walk like they literally are just crawling on their toes. It's just I wish they would just walk a little bit faster, pick up the pace. I know he's old, but goddamn, pick it up, man. Anyways, you could kind of also right-click on characters depending on what actions. For instance, I can look at him and get that thing we just saw. It gives you a little bit of background information. Or I can actually talk to him and see what we got here. Male Caucasian, late 50s, one bullet hole in the back of the head with substantial GSR around it. Exit wound through the lower face, indicating elevated fire angle. I guess that rules out suicide. GSR, heavy gunshot residue. And barrel must have been real close then. Yeah, we're talking inches here. Alright, so he's obviously shot very closely. Execution style. Any other marks or bruises? Looks like his right elbow and knee were busted pretty good. How? How do you mean busted? His elbow was twisted violently. His knee took a severe impact to the side, shattering the patella completely. Ouch. That's gotta hurt. Footprints. What about these footprints? Took some photographs, but with all this rain, it might doubtful give us anything definitive. Just great. That's enough, thanks. Don't mention it. You might want to check the body more closely. So again, this is more, clicking, point and click adventure style game. You're going to be clicking on things, finding objects. Oh, we found some coke. What's this, a kilo of coke at least? That's a small fortune right there. I wonder why they left it. Beats me. You can also find, there are hidden objects inside things and give you more clues. What the hell? Again, where are those adult themes, by the way? Did you find something? Picture a girl. She looks like she's barely out of grade school. Jesus Christ, it's a sick world. Let me bag that for you. So yeah, you get the kind of idea. I enjoy the aesthetics. I enjoy how this this image right here all looks, basically it's, you know, hand painted, looks really cool, and it does a really good job of blending with the overall game. You know, the comic book panels to the overall, when you're walking around investigating things and talking to NPCs, it all blends very well. I just wish there was more sound effects in the game. There really isn't that many sound effects. There's, you know, it's lacking sound effects, and you can definitely tell that. The music itself is good at first, but then it gets slightly repetitive as you keep listening to it over and over again, because it kind of goes through on a loop, and it gets slightly repetitive. But yeah, it's not that big a deal, though. The game does also feature all that kind of steamy goodness, guys. Steam achievements, Steam cards, all that good kind of stuff. What's this on his ankle? Dogs. Yeah, dogs and dog bites. A couple hours ago, someone's best friend was ripping flesh from our victim here. That's sick, man. I will say that the little character panels, they're cute. They can be sometimes a little silly at times when they pop into a scene. I'm not gonna say remove the immersion of the game, but sometimes they throw me off a little bit. That's just more of a personal thing, though. Number of shells. Even before you ask, it's too early to say if the amount of shells is accurate. I just need something to go on. Well, the amount of shells matches the bullet wounds, but we haven't searched the surroundings yet. Keep me informed. Match the gun. Do the shells match the gun? From the looks of it, but you'll get confirmation when the ballistic report comes back, which they do actually, you know, later on talk about. Prints. Can we get fingerprints from the shell casings? Maybe, I don't know. I just do the tagging and bagging. And you can interact with a lot of the objects. Like, we can go ahead and click on this and see how many bullets were used. How many rounds are missing from the magazine? 2 rounds. Same number of shells found then. You can click on more objects. Again, I have that tab thing turned on, so I know exactly where to click. I would suggest you not to play with that. It just makes it more of an entertaining game overall, guys. One thing I will say, though, is that I hear the game is rather short. Like, I heard people that they kind of beat it within about an hour to 2 hours at the most. If you take your time exploring things and looking at all the details and examining clues over and over again, I think the most you're going to get out of this first episode is just about 2 hours, which, you know, may seem a little short to some people, but again, you do have that replay value. It lets you see how things will, you know, go depending on what decisions you make. In all, guys, like the name of the last episode of this, game series, the devil is in the details. The game has a lot of good things going for it, guys. I really enjoyed the gritty and harsh themes of the game. The characters felt real, and I understood their motivations, why they did the things they did. The story itself was mysterious, and I was kind of intrigued as to what was going on. Even though there was no sound effects or voice acting, I still felt part of the storyline. I was still immersed in the universe. Nonetheless, though, there is still some things here that kind of hold the game back from being, spectacular. From silly little bugs like, your character appearing twice to one time the game completely blacked out and didn't load, to repetitive music, to the, slow pace the characters walk. These are just little tiny things. They're not a big deal, to be honest, though. It's just, it keeps the game from being spectacular. But the game is very enjoyable. It's, especially if you're a fan of noir stories or, the point-and-click genre style games. If I had any wish for this game, guys, it would be that if the game had a little bit more action scenes in it, for sure. I just felt like there was a couple of times where you spend a bulk of your time just kind of investigating things, walking around, talking to other characters. It's very much a story-driven game, which is why I only showed you about the first, 20 minutes of the game instead of showing you what's deeper inside of the game, because that's kind of the meat of the game. But the game does have quite a bit of replay value, though, guys. All the different decisions and seeing how they all affect you and all that good kind of stuff, guys. So if you enjoyed what you see, I encourage you to go ahead and get this game, guys. Big thanks to the developer for a chance to check out the game. Thank you for watching. Remember to subscribe and share, and I'll keep bringing you awesome games. Till next time, play more indie games.